Well, Hellfire, it is RockdaRiff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. I'm back with some more King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I was actually saying that to somebody. Everybody I talk to about the band name, or just when I say this band, if they don't already know who they are, I'll be like, yeah, I've been checking out, reviewing, and falling in love with this band called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and they're always like, that's a damn mouthful. I'm like, yeah, but, and they'll start giggling. I'm like, yeah, but will you ever forget it now? Like that is just, it's sears into your brain. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I'm jealous of that one. Uh, but now I'm on to the next chapters or suites of Murder of the Universe. And so I did get a lot of people saying like, "Hey man, you got to figure out a way to check out the whole chapter." And I want to give a shout out to Oleg, or yeah, that's how I'm gonna say it. Oleg 3694 uh, told me that here's some live links to where they did the full album a year ago, and then they have a KEXP performance. Uh, I do want to do some of the KEXP performances. If they have any more that are off of other albums and stuff, I definitely want to check out some live stuff of King Gizzard. But I'd also got I got a lot of other people saying it too. But another one I want to shout out is Asgerg6029 said, "Not a lie, but here's the music video they did for the next chapter." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Because I so far all the music videos I've seen of King Giz have been really interesting. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do for the next two chapters of this album. And then there was a reply to this comment by Alex the Kid 48 and just the link, and there's the final one. And I think I had some other people tell me that Flightless Records had the music videos. So hopefully we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'm able to post this and everything uh, without any fuss. And let's dive on into. I guess they just called this second chapter the Lord of Lightning versus Balrog, but I'm hoping it covers all six of the tracks that I have here. So we've got some context, the reticent Rockanteur. I don't think I'm saying that right. Then you got the Lord of Lightning, the Balrog. That's what I'm waiting for. The floating fire and the acrid corpse. So that seems to be the six tracks for this chapter. Either way, let's dive on in. Alrighty, you got the band members here at the bottom of this big ass chicken turkey. Fucking just oh dude. I want to work with these guys on a music video for my own band. These dudes are just so fucking cool. Lord of Lightning versus the Balrog.
There is a secret I've been keeping, a story true and genuine, and I have not the candid heart to keep its burden clandestine. For its gravity is as weighty as a mountain capped in snow, and its memory repeats inside of me, ostinato. And every time I think of the poor lot, I recall the fear upon their faces and the doomed fate of them all. I saw death become of light and life become of fire. I saw it from my hiding place within the quagmire. I bringeth forth the drama, unabridged and unignored, the battle of the Balrog.
Oh, hell yeah, find the 12 string right there, huh? Hell yeah. Never thought a 12 string was comfortable though. I'd have to actually, I've only played 12 string acoustics. So maybe that's part of it. I don't think I've ever really fooled around with a 12 string electric. Be fun too though. But I was gonna say that I guess the whole is like a go-to for King Giz, because that was featured a shit ton in Petro Draconic. But I like that shit, man. Since I mean, I've heard it through the years growing up, but never like really focused on it. Gojira released Amazonia, which is like one of my favorite Gojira songs, and they do it in that. And so when that came out a while back, I just for a while I was walking around Amazonia, yeah. And then now that I'm getting into King Giz, and they're just doing it all the time with Motor Spirit, and then. It works so good with this. You've got the lady just, yeah, I walk in the woods and I find a 12 string guitar underneath the leaves. And you got that in the background. It's just, it creates such a cultic or like a cult like chant that has just an air of sinister about it. And I dig it, man. I dig the fuck out of it. I'm all about some evil, dark shit.
Lightning shifts his gaze, points his strong finger our way.
Using a bam tree branch as a drumstick.
Electricity escapes, leaves destruction in his wake.
Nonagon Infinity. Ain't that the name of the next album I'm gonna check out? Okay. So I did have somebody, I'm not gonna name the name, but somebody did kind of spoil a few things. So I would ask people, like I get it, and I understand 1,000%. You're so excited, especially if you enjoy watching me sit here and gush and fucking laugh and you want to hear my thoughts about the music and everything. And I get it. You're so excited to be like, yo, you're gonna wait till you check out this and that, da, 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 da. But if we can avoid spoilers, that's perfect. Did have somebody though that was like, yo, this song, like this chapter has a callback to this and that and that and that and that and that. And I wanna discover all those things on my own. But I get it. I understand. So I'm not harping and I'm not attacking or nothing. But now, like, I kind of was going into this chapter thinking, like, where would the callbacks be a little bit? And I guess that's one of them. I mean, at least the actual words and stuff. Nonagon Infinity. Like Gollum playing the keyboards. There's Ambrose and harmonica, right? Like that. I've been digging that guitar bend through the whole first chapter. That but I like that little high high riff, high sounding riff that just kind of counteracted with that.
Lights the sky and symmetry face. Lightning.
Yeah, that.
One more time, the vault lights up a carnival of paint. I endeavor to watch the panic, but I worry that I will faint.
Floating fire, golden wire, silver trails, flashing spire. Guns are cracking, bombs are smacking, cannibal tales, whips are lashing. Lord of lightning's closer now. Our world's only ray and cloud. I'm not sure we have the power.
Yeah, that was a good drum roll. I like that. I don't know why. Well, like normally when it comes to drum production, mixing and mastering, I like for the drums to sound as modern and as fucking clean and as clear as you can get it. But the overall mixed sound of this, I love those drums. And that was a nice little drum roll right there. Snare, tom, 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 tom. I mean, that dude fucking went rolling. Yeah. Yeah, that was slick.
And from the Lord's electric snare, one goes in his electric chair.
Yeah, here we go. All right, are we getting ready to start the Balrog? We getting ready to start the Balrog? That's what I want to fucking hear. I think the Balrog is the shit. It makes me think of Charlie Daniels. Devil Went Down to Georgia track. And that's like a mainstay song where I'm from. I don't know how big it is across the country. I'm assuming it's pretty big. But around here, man, that's a big one. And don't get me wrong, I love it. But I always thought the devil won. I thought the devil whooped Charlie Daniels' ass, man. The devil section of that song is so good when the bass doom 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 doom, and it just began with the guitar. That shit was the bomb. And I know if we've got another Lord of Lightning versus Balrog kind of thing, I'm rooting for the Balrog. I hope the Balrog whoops the Lord of Lightning's ass, man. I can't help it.
His electric trap was electric cyanide. The luckless hostage has been thoroughly fried.
Alright. So I feel like we're still in the Lord of Lightning section. Yeah. Everybody throw down.
And as the Kijava lay studied with open crusted eyes, the smoking corpse
Yeah,
began
get
to
that
twitch
bass going.
at my great surprise. Then the figure sprung up, and at once it caught a light.
Here we go.
The creature known as Balrog was born that very night.
You made the atom split. It caused a massive rift. And it came streaming through. Hit a bite the head from you. Balrog, 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 Balrog.
Okay.
Balrog fears not the lightning lord. He's fixed on us, has him ignored.
Okay. So I like the change in the key, or the more minor keyish. I like the riffs. I like the bass line. I wish they had changed the tempo a bit. Maybe we're getting ready to get to it. But it sounds like the drummers just, it's the same tempo. It's the same upbeat thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's not drastic enough change for me so far. Damn.
Came streaming through. Hit a bite the head from you. Balrog, 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 Balrog. Yep.
Balrog fears not the lightning lord. He's fixed on us, has him ignored.
Tingle, rolling up your left arm when you think of evil. Lurking in the darkness where you shine your eyesight. Something tells you this is not right. Take some advice. Have you heard the murmuring?
Yeah.
You made the atom split, and it came screaming through. In a bite there of you, Balrog, 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 Balrog.
I build the bravery to sneak a glimpse at its expression. And beyond the flames, I see and smirk at our present depression. I fear that God's
There we go.
and he's thrown.
There we go. Change it up just a hair. You ain't got to get completely out of what you've been doing, but now I'm curious. I'm going to ask the question, and hopefully we'll see how the answers come in, because I know there's a little bit of a long reaction, and like I said, I was hoping to see where the fans that watch, how far they get into this. I'd have to look up the year. I don't know exactly the year when this album was released, and I don't know enough about King Giz, but I'm curious where Murder of the Universe falls into their career. Because they've got the whole concept down. Like doing a concept record, it's down. And it's like, even with the one I know, Petro Dragonic, it's a concept. And it's a bit of a run on through the whole album, but it does have enough change ups in it to not feels so drawn out. And so far with Murder of the Universe, I really do dig it. I'm I'm enjoying this album. I do feel like those certain things they do, they run on for a while, almost into the ground. Like they're nose diving into the ground, and then they'll have their little hair trigger that changes it just slightly enough to go back up, but then they start running shit into the ground again. So it's like, to me, I could understand if this was like their second or third time that they had went into making like a full just 45-minute, 50-minute concept record, to where some ideas got repeated a little bit too much. Some ideas wasn't repeated enough. Like discovering that middle ground of where to be when trying to write a theming, something like an overall theme and everything. Because it seems like what we're getting ready to hit right now. Now, there and again, I could be totally off because I don't know exactly which track is which track in within this. Because all I'm getting is the Lord of Lightning versus Balrog. But if that was the Balrog's actual official section, or if that was the intro to the Balrog, whatever you want to say, section, I don't know. It just wasn't, to me, it wasn't a big enough character change to justify verses, if that makes sense. The Lord of Lightning versus the Balrog. To me, those two tracks should be like, I don't know, they're a bit of a mirror, but at the same time, they need to have some major difference. I think the tempo, to me, the tempo should have went like halftime of what the Lord of Lightning was, or something like that. Call me crazy, but let's see where we're going with this next section.
And beyond the flames, I see and smirk at our present depression. I fear that God's a chef.
There we go.
And he's thrown us into a great pot. He is here, fully formed, and glowing red and lapis hot.
Heated madness comes to gouge the heart from us blazing.
There you go.
Reaching on the earth, all upside down. Wonder, something to his awful touch. You say me running. Have you heard the murmurings of Balrog, Balrog, Balrog? Skin begins to burn. There's nowhere we can turn. There's no way we can win. The devil puppets him. He's by our muscles flex. We are his
Yeah.
next subjects. His power has us flung. Kneel before the overlord. Balrog, 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 Balrog.
God damn. So we took a little bit of a detour, but it was not long enough. Damn it. Oh man. I thought we was getting ready to take a major detour. We got 30, 40 seconds of it. I think another thing I could maybe think of as a con. It's not really a con, okay. So I'm already like digging the hell out of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. But I will still tell y'all, the fan base, that there's certain things that I'm not gonna jive with. And the repetition of him saying Balrog is fucking kind of getting on my nerves. Because I've already heard how clever the vocal lines can be. Once you've showcased that you can do like some cool timing and actually say some different words, it's a cop out for you to just go Balrog, 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 Balrog. Like that's an alright enough time, but this last little spot right here, he said that shit like fucking 12 or 13 times, bro. I mean, the earlier, the Altered Beast 4, he was clever with that. The whole, I'm not heinous, I'm painless. I feel no pain, I feel nothing, I feel anything. Like that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I like that.
For them, the future was as laid out as the burnt path
This
has
is having a good old time right there.
and so the damned remaining lot knelt before the red behemoth. And as they prepared for afterlife, there appeared the endemic monstrosity.
Shit, we got Jethro Tull.
The lightning lord was back and charged the Balrog with animosity. Furious, he pummeled his breast and ablaze alit the heavens. The stage was set for war, and to the Balrog, the Lord's finger beckoned.
There we go. See, I knew that was going to have to happen, man. I knew it was going to have to happen. They've kept that tempo just fucking blazing this whole time. To the point that I'm almost like fatigued. I mean, hell, if you count the first chapter all the way into 10 minutes of this chapter, I mean, they just been like just a train just chucking along, chucking. They had to drop tempo at some point. Hell yeah. That looks cool. Fucking eyes. I hope I get that as the thumbnail. Oh, dude, look at his fucking eyes right there. Just, oh. This is cool. Yeah, dude. That's fucking insane looking.
And thus, revenge was fruitless for the one who had been turned. And we are reminded who lords over this altered world.
Floating fire sky, everything will die.
Back to it.
Floating fire, golden wire, silver trails, flashing spire, guns are cracking, bombs are smacking, catboat tails, whips are lashing, Lord of lightning saving, pulls a golden snake, launches into space and
Ooh. Ooh. That's fucking smooth. I don't know what part of the chapter this is, but so far this is the shit. Ah, damn. Come here, baby. Let me do the soul glow with you right here. Yeah, there we go.
And as the acrid Balrog corpse smolders
Okay,
just
so this is
like
the
it
acrid
began,
corpse.
its crimson orange light melts into
The last
setting
one
sun,
spot.
and leaving us not without a final clap of light. The lightning lord escapes as day fades into moonless night.
Damn. That's all we get. That shit was so smooth. That boom, 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 boom. That should have been the Balrog. Okay. Okay. Not a bad chapter. I don't want people to sit here and think that I'm like just hating on this the whole time. But I am a bit fucking fatigued of that upbeat shit, man. They have, like, that shit has been going and going and going and going. Still interesting. It's still cool. I'm curious if what I've just watched is the best representation of the second chapter of this album. I'll definitely, my next video that I do of King Gizzard, which will be the next chapter, I'll have listened to the first two chapters of the actual studio album, and I'll have some more thoughts then. What y'all get when y'all watch me do the Metalhead Envies series is my first thoughts. Like, literally, when I don't check out nothing prior to turning on the camera and sitting here in front of y'all and listening to it. I definitely have my pros and cons of this chapter. I feel like there wasn't a drastic enough difference between the Lord of Lightning and the Balrog. It was the same tempo. That's my main thing. It was the same tempo, and it was the same drum feel, which I like that feel. I especially like the feel when they would add toms to it, because there for a long time it was just the snare, just right back into that tempo. But then the sections where they would add the snare and a couple toms and then keep rolling, I thought I liked that a little bit more. I think the acrid corpse right here is the best fucking part of the song, best part of this chapter so far. To me, I would have took the acrid corpse and made that the Balrog. If I was part of writing a concept like this, I would want the Lord of Lightning to have his particular theme and the Balrog to have his particular theme. And I get it, when you do a concept, you have to have something underlying to connect them. But to me, having the same tempo being the connecting factor is not the way I would have went about it. But then again, I'm no expert. I'm a musician and I write a shit ton of music, and I put myself in the shoes, or I try to, like, look through their eyes and walk a mile in their shoes, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I would have, if I'd have been one of the 20 members of this band when this was being wrote, I would have been questioning, hey guys, do you think maybe if we change the tempo up a bit, if it will flow a bit better and all that? But like I said, if this has been chopped up a different way, or if this isn't the actual representation of what's on the album, I'll let you know for sure at the start of my next King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard thing. But I was going off of what everybody was telling me. Everybody's like, yo, basically stop watching it like this, start watching it like this. Uh, we'll see how the copyright claim goes for this one. Hopefully I can actually post this. If you don't see a chapter 2 on my channel, it's because I got blocked. But this was a journey. This was a trip, just a very tiring one. Like, I feel wore out. This is the first song or first music endeavor I have of today. I've got a few more that I've got to do, and then I do some gaming episodes and stuff like that. And this shit right here just kind of like wore me down a hair. But it was still awesome. I still am so excited to check out more King Gizzard. And I've had a few people ask me, which I thought I'd said in some older reactions. My plan is to go through their whole discography. Now, my next album I know for sure that I'm doing is Nonagon Infinity. After Murder of the Universe, I'm starting Nonagon Infinity because that was the other really highly voted for one. And then by the time I'm getting to the end of Nonagon Infinity, I'm going to let the fan base once again vote which album I should go into next. But Infest the Rat's Nest, I am going to do that at some point. I'm just, I liked I want to see all sides of the coin with King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. I already know that I love Petro Draconic Apocalypse. That's like in my top, at least my top 15 albums I've ever heard. I dig the fuck out of that album. I still listen to it a lot. But yeah, this Murder Universe is interesting so far. I do feel like it has a bit of a run-on problem. Like, I don't know. I'll let you know once I go through chapter 1 and 2 in one setting. But I'm worried that's what I'm gonna feel like. I worry that I'm gonna be like, yo, that one particular riff and that tempo just it goes on and on and on. But damn, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be negative to a band that I'm like really falling in love with. But that's the way it goes, man. I strive to be honest about everything on my channel, on my daily life, and that's just how I feel at this particular moment in time, sitting here in my Kiesel chair in my studio. But yeah, if this ends up being your first time to my channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Yeah, don't hate on me too hard in the comments, but if you feel the need to talk some shit, I try to I choose the option to allow all comments. Sometimes YouTube still blocks people when they're a little too crude, but yeah, I want to hear y'all's thoughts as well. But the next King Gizzard will be chapter 3 of Murder of the Universe. And so, stay positive, stay rocking. I'll catch y'all in the next one.